Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. So it's been a fair while since I've done a video. I think I just needed a break from everything for a bit. It's been absolutely freezing and blowing a gale over the last week too, so I've just hung out in the lounge. Done a few little things, so I'll probably show them in the next few days. I haven't had the bookstore for the last 2 weeks due to us having a lockdown here. So I haven't had much to show in that respect either, but I remembered that at the start of this month I did get a whole heap of stuff off of Marketplace, and I never got to show you because it was when I had my accident in my car and rode my car off. It was when I went and picked up this stuff, so it's just been sitting around. So I thought I'd show you some of the bits and pieces because they're really cool, and I thought it might be fun to share it with you. So I will do that. So what happened is I looked on Marketplace and someone was wanting to get rid of a box full of magazine pages and scraps, and some of it had bits cut out and everything. And I saw what they looked like, and he said that they were Bookman magazines. So I looked up about them and I thought, oh, these sound interesting. So I thought, yeah, why not? He's giving them away for free. I'll go for a drive and grab those. So when I said, yeah, look, I'll come and grab them, he said, I also have a whole lot of ones that are in good condition as well. So you can have a look, and if you want them, you can buy them if you want. So I did that. And then he said, oh, I have a box of ephemera here too that I was just going to sell at the markets because it's all the stuff I don't want. So I'll bring it out and you can have a look. So I rifled through and looked at one or two bits and said, yep, no worries, I'll grab that as well, because it is really hard to find your vintage ephemera around here at a decent price, especially in the antique stores. So I'll start with the bits and pieces of pages. Now, there was a box full, and these are from the Bookman Books and Supplements, I think. But they are amazing. And what happened was he got, I don't know if it was his grandkids or his nieces that he had over, and they were on their phones all the time, and he wanted them to do something else. So he suggested that they collage a box or something with these papers. So they hacked away at all these magazines. And 20 minutes later, they were back on their phones and not interested. So that's why I decided to give the rest of them away. And this was such a good score because these are dated. Well, this one's June 1920. So, and I looked up, and I think these are the ones from London, yeah, printed in Great Britain. So, and I think the dates on them can range between the late 1800s to about 1930 something. And they have the best adverts in them. Lots of pen adverts and that sort of thing. So these will be so much fun to collage with. So that one's September 1931. So I think it's called Bookman because it's about literary things and writers and that sort of thing. Lots of these fountain pen adverts. So I just grabbed a couple of pages off the top of the box, but it's a whole box full of this. This one's 1921 to 1922. I think that one of the newspapers or something had articles, Bookman articles in it, and what they've done is just put all the articles together and published them in magazines. So that was those, and then in that box as well, there were big ones like this. This is a Christmas double number 1910, this one. Sleeping Beauty. There's the book over there. But I'd never heard of these, and they are really cool. So lots of fun to be had. I'll probably be sharing some pages and that out of these in the future. And they have these plates in them as well. Some of them have come out. Some of them will make nice journal covers, I think. Vintage Ladies. There's another plate. from Poems by Christina Rossetti. Oh, hang on, these look like some plates that have come loose. Ophelia, Hamlet. So these are all 1910, these plates. Shakespeare. Oh, that's glittery. The King Charles Spaniel, the dog lover's book. That's really cool. So just the most amazing books. And then, if I can find it, I think this is it. So then there was the a whole stack of the, did some of that come out of here? It looks like it might have, because that's not a whole thing. They're coming apart. Oh, hang on. Here we go, that's the one I was looking at. I knew I had a whole one here. And then I got a heap of the ones that are in better condition. So, that are the actual Bookman magazine. But the funny thing is, it looks like there's better stuff in the actual scraps and the supplements than there are in the actual magazines. But they're still really cool. The adverts. And vintage pictures. So this one's 1934. That is really cool. The vintage pictures. So they were a great find. And then in the box that had all of the broken bits, I'll just put them down there for the moment, there were a couple of books as well. So there was the new book illustration, the new book illustration in France, special winter number of the Studio 1924. It's quite thick pages in this. They'll be nice to collage with those ones. It does have a whole lot of pictures because it does say illustrations. Oh, look at that. That's nice. It's by Rudyard Kipling. Isn't that just beautiful? And then I couldn't believe this next one. It's an amazing book. And so this year was in the giveaway box. Penrose's Pictorial Annual, 1913 to 1914. Again, it's like a whole lot of articles that must have been published in newspapers that have been put together into this annual. It's amazing though. It's like fabric, this is. And this has heaps of cool illustrations in it. Look at all the ads as well. Again, it amazes me how we try so hard to get the gloss of everything to make it look vintage, but look at how old this is and it's glossy. Oh, look at that. I haven't seen this page. Loving cups suitable for prizes. Howard and Co. That's really cool. And it has plates as well. I love that. I think there's colour plates here and there. So I might be wrong. Has a fair few of your vintage ladies in it. Selection of catalogues by the Austin Motor Company. Printing of books. Isn't that gorgeous? Reproduction of poster by David Allen and Sons. International Horse Show. Where's the horse? Weird, but beautiful. So I was really excited when I found this in the top of the box that was meant to just be scraps. Beautiful, beautiful book. Right, so now I'll just grab the box of ephemera and we'll check out what's in there. So now we're on to the stuff that was in the box of ephemera. I'll start with the big stuff and we'll go to the smaller stuff. But there's this photograph. I don't know how well you can see, but the ladies are in their vintage attire with their hats on and everything. I don't know what they're watching, maybe rowing or something like that. Looks like they're standing on the edge of a river. Doesn't say anything on that one. Then this is really cool. I don't know what it is, but it's all embossed. It's got these kids on it, a little boy and a little girl, and you can open this up. I don't know whether you slip stuff behind it or... But it's beautiful the way it's embossed. Not sure what I will do with that. But yes, it is lovely. And then this is a painting maybe? Of Kathleen. Love Nellie. Oh, it's to Kathleen, I think. Love Nellie Bramley. I did look up about her actually. Oh, the back's even cooler. Look at that. Flit. I think it's an ad for Flit. So it's a bit of a dilemma. Which side do you want? I'd probably, actually, you know, I'd be half tempted to take this out if I could. I don't know if it comes out though. I think it's on the board. And then use both. Maybe I'll scan this one for personal use and hang up the other side. Then there was some old adverts from magazines. So we've got a Coca-Cola one. That's the other side. A little bit of Switzerland. This is a vintage magazine. Holly Leaves, the Christmas number of Sport and Country, the Illustrated Sporting and Dramatic News. 1956, this one. First published in 1874. So I might go from the back. Got a fair bit to get through, so I probably shouldn't dawdle too much. Have a quick flick through. Oh, lovely. I love the retro ads. Another big photo by the looks of it. Practicing ceremony for opening of bridge in 1931. So cool. And again, the ladies are in their frilly frocks. It's a bit of history, isn't it? Maybe I'll have to hang that one somewhere as well. There is a January 1981 calendar and a 1983 calendar. January 1981. Don't mind me, I haven't slept all night, so I'm a bit slow. My bad. Trying to get my sleep routine back. I thought I'll stay up all night and go to bed at a normal time tonight. Is this Flit? No, this is Mortine. Very cool. Already starting to rip. 1959, that one's from. Put that down there carefully. Good night. Must be music. Pretty, isn't it? Oh, I can't read that. Not with the state of my brain at the moment. Oh, no, I can't show that one. There's a few rude ones in here. So might have to put them in a box to go back to the market, I think. July 15th, 1961, the Saturday Evening Post. Inequities of the Income Tax. I love this cover. So cool. Have a real cigarette. Camel. Oreos. I was going to say Delta creams then. Oops. So these will be heaps of fun to go through and see what bits and pieces I might like to use and collage with the rest, or keep together and do something with, or hoard. I don't know who this is. Patent pending. Get the habit. Laugh with Lloyd. Lloyd someone. It's very creepy, isn't it? I should be wearing that out to the shops. So, dress patterns. In German these are, too, by the looks. Schnittbogen, 1953. At least it says September 1953 that I can understand. They are really cool, the size of those, aren't they? And look at that. Are you meant to be able to understand that? Imagine if that was a road map. So there's a few of those. This is, I don't know, I can't read it. I think it's German as well, is that? Vobach's New Moden. Yeah, it is. Schnittbogen again. Does it have the date? Right on the inside. Isn't that cool? The person that I picked these up from said that he collects like all these books and vintage stuff, and he has all these people that keep an eye out for him and get him all this stuff, and he's often got bits and pieces that he doesn't want. And he said he had a whole lot of French vintage or antique French and German magazines, so fingers crossed when he has more to get rid of that he'll let me know. That is really, really cool. They're a bit big, aren't they, for journals, some of them, but very cool. Look at that page. Oh, that's just gorgeous. Love the tartan in between the pictures too. Good, it's a bit frail. Going to have to, I think, cut the pictures out and back them onto some cardstock. This is these are transfers by the looks. Oh, it'd be cool if they have all of this stuff, teapots and all that. Oh, look, it's got like ones that run around on legs. Oh, that's really cool. I'll probably try and copy those. Be really fun for a tea journal. This might be another one that has roods. I should have checked them all first, shouldn't I? 1954. This is really pretty too, this cover. Velt made. So it must have been these magazines that have those patterns in. That is really cool. Cute. All right, I'll just grab another pile out. So it looks like I've got a newspaper here. Adelaide, South Australia. I think this was 50s, was it this one? 41. Could be careful with it. I feel like not touching them until until I'm ready to use them or whatever. John Martins. Don't have them here anymore. So I don't know. I don't want to open this up too much. Oh, that's so cool. Hang on. Oh, it's huge. Oh my goodness me. I don't know how much you'll see. There's one picture I wanted to show you, but it's going to be a bit difficult. If I fold that like that. This one. Cashmere bouquet. Oh, I got given some of that when I was young and I loved it. Isn't that cool? And the coloration of it's really nice. Discoloration. I always do that. Adults only. Yeah. This is Young Men's Christian Association Adelaide Spirit Carnival 1934. Award to Jay Dixon, who got 16 points in the champion swimming section. We got a lot of firsts. Don't know what I'll do with that. Might make a nice book cover actually. Here's another one. Looks like it's the same. No, because he got breaststroke in this one and he didn't on the other one. 1935 that one is. What is this? Ubersi Post, International Trade Monthly Overseas Post. 1956. Some of these are really weird and boring. This one looks cool though. But I got some really weird stuff. I had no idea what was in the box because I just looked at one or two things at the top and went, yep, this looks like fun. I just want to like buy it, take it home and then raid it. They're cool illustrations. Stamp News, monthly magazine for stamp collectors, 1966. The pictures aren't very clear in this one. I like the adverts though. The Stamp Vision, official news. Bulletin of the Community Philatelic Society, Edwardstown. 1966. That's pretty cool. Sort of blue. Australian Plastics. That's what I mean by I got some weird stuff. 1945, this one. Still, you get some cool ads in them. Settler's Cottage at Whalers Haven, 1964. So that just talks about it. Yeah, that doesn't have much in it. Adelaide Film Festival 61. A few pictures. RSAYS newsletter. 78. That might be alright for collaging because it's got the typed font. Solomon's carpets. I like the colour of this one. This is, what is it? Heaters? Incinerators, maybe. Heatcrete. Another paper, the periodical of 1967. Again, nice colour. I think this will just be one for collaging. Special issue Chrysler News 1959. Oh, that's cool. Got the old cars in it. That's all right. Now, this is bound to have something that we shouldn't see in it, or they're just really boring. 1994, The Inquirer. There's a couple of those. Yeah, we don't need to look at those. Next pile. Oh, I've got to be careful. Oops, there come some pages. Oh, that's a good book too. They are all falling to bits anyway. Borsch and Loam magazine. Is it safe? I'll just do some editing if I come across anything bad. It's Business magazine. This is The Job Australia is Doing. So it's about the war. 1943 this is. So yeah, it's all about the war. Nestle's Nursery Club News. The newspaper for Australian mothers and their babies. Copyright. I can't see a date at the moment. Who? TV Week. When's that from? 1981. These are 94. So I don't think you need to see through them. I'll have a look through them for glue book stuff or anything interesting. TV Times, same with that. That wouldn't be too exciting. Bing. So about Bing Crosby, 1994 again. Boring. Oh, this is really cool. I think it's a... Hang on, what was it? I was going to say I think it's a pattern, but... Be careful with this. Look, it's like an advent calendar. Christmas pack or something for someone called Ruth. So it looks like it's a few advent calendars. Nice and vintage. I think I'll put them back in there afterwards. So they can go over this side for now carefully. Lol. Janvier 1960. Numero 61. I think it's an art. Looks like it's maybe Italian. This has some interesting pieces in it. I hope you have a coffee. If not, then pause it now and get yourself a coffee because we've still got a way to go. As I said, I'm starting with all the big stuff and then we'll get on to the smaller bits and pieces. So that's quite nice. Australian Geographical Magazine Walkabout, September 48. I'm so happy I grabbed all of this though, and I tell you, when I had my accident and there was all this smoke coming out in my bonnet, I was so scared that all of my papers were gonna go up in flames. I was more worried about that than anything. Isn't that terrible? But I so rarely find, if I find anything like this at the antique store, it's, you know, $6 to $40 or something, and you just can't get much. So, yeah, to find a whole lot of stuff that has all those beautiful old ads and that in, it's just wonderful. Now, this book is beautiful. A bit broken. Ships at Sea. Yeah, pictures of ships at sea. Or paintings, I should say. It's got arch web on them. So I think arch web painted all of those. Alright, next. Ah, this is called The Great Moscow Circus 1968. I put things away for a circus journal. Whether I make one or just do a pack for others to make them sometime, I'm not sure. I don't think there's enough years left for me to make all the journals I want to make, so yeah. Thinking I might have to make some hard decisions and pass on a lot of stuff and yeah, just make the ones that I really want to make. But this will be really cool for the circus journals. Paul McCartney, The New World Tour. I don't think we need too much of a good look at that, but some cool stuff in here for me glue booking. Oh, look, lots of legs. That'll be fun to use. I did make a quick glue book the other day that I'll have to show you. Do that in another video. Best recipes #2 from Woman's World. Oh, this should be good. For the retro journals. Yeah, beautiful. I'm not sure of the date on this one. I watch a fair bit of Diane Hubert at Pretty Pink Cottage, I think it is. She has just made, I don't know, 3 or 4 of your retro cookbooks. I'll try and remember to link her down below. She's worth a look, you know. Yeah, different style, which I really like. I think it's watching her mainly that got me interested in doing the retro cookbooks. sometime. So this looks like it's mainly the black and white. A Meccano set. You know, these are pretty in fashion these days, the vintage Meccano sets. You see people trying to sell them for a fair bit of money, so this might be, someone might really want this. So I better look after it. Anyway, once you've seen one page, you've seen them all really, so you don't need to see all of that. Talking map. I'm sure you don't open it and it starts talking. 39 cents. Hang on. Might be an envelope for the map. Yeah, it's an envelope that had a map in it. Cool. That'll be a cool envelope to put in a travel journal. Maybe fold it. This is a photo that's on a board and it's got the names of the people. It doesn't have any other information though. But they're wearing caps from some sort of, it must be rowing team. Maybe this is related to the picture we saw at the start where they were standing on the banks of the river watching what I thought was maybe rowing. Might have to do some investigating into that. Autumn 27. Have no idea what the book is. Oh, nice. They're really cute. Hope I don't run out of charge. Might have to check my iPad in a minute rather than letting it run out of charge, not knowing and finishing the video and then realising. That's really cool. Aussie birds. Kookaburra. Looks like it's a children's book. Pelicans. Blue wrens. Ducks. Traveller in India 62. That's quite nice. Huckleberry hound puts the fire out. (1972). That's in quite good condition too. The Flintstones, Pebbles, Bam Bam and the Babysitter. Brings back memories, doesn't it? I used to hate cartoons too. Except for Scooby-Doo. I liked Scooby-Doo, probably because it was a crime one. Yeah. The Northern Territory. So that's a fold out by the looks. A happy baby is breastfed. Ovaltine. I don't think so. And Ovaltine tonic food beverage enables mothers to breastfeed their babies. I never knew that. Should have been drinking Ovaltine the whole time. It's very interesting. The Strand magazine, this is. Nice sized pages. Might be interesting to read some of the articles in all of these. Lots and lots of advertisements. Screen News, March 16th, 1962. It's a pity someone's kind of scribbled on her face, but it might be in pencil, so I'll see if I can rub that out sometime. Satan never sleeps. Sophia Loren. Notched ingot, 67. Don't know if it's about the ship or gold. It's about, what's it called? Inventing stuff by the looks. Now this is, yeah, what is it? To His Royal Highness Edward Albert Christian George Andrew Patrick David. Is that just one person's name? Prince of Wales. Oh no. With greetings and sincerest expressions of loyalty. South Australian Fruit Growers and Market Gardeners Association. Some certificate for something. Stuff. This is Barry Stratton's Writing for Grades 3 and 4 book from the Education Department of South Australia in 1959. That's really neat, isn't it? A formal invitation, declining an invitation. I'm glad we don't have to do all that stuff these days. You can just say no. This is probably, is it a rude one? The Magic Window and the Wonder of Light. Oh no, it's something by Philips. Electricity. This might be actually a good one. All about electricity and light. How to See Europe 1953. At least in 1953 you could go see Europe. It's got some nice pictures. This is Top End Wildlife, the Northern Territory. Inviting, isn't it? This is Gold Occurrences of Ontario east of Lake Superior, 1936. It's all about gold. Sole Bulk Wheat Handling Authority in South Australia. They don't look like that anymore. Everyone's been going around painting them. Wheat farming. Exciting. Some people, you know, that'd be all right for a farmyard journal or something. Something that you could sort of fold and put into a big pocket or something. Annual report and balance sheet, even more exciting. 64 of the South Australian Cooperative Bulk Handling Limited grain stuff. The Victoria Cross, published by the Kensington Fine Art Association. Grand Jubilee album 1887. That's a really cool folder by the looks, yeah. And then we've got plates in there by the looks. Oh, it's sort of... You don't want to pull it. Isn't that gorgeous? Shirl Conway, Auntie Mammy, however you say it. So it must have been a play or something. Great adverts. Now, the world famous discovery, National Health Bureau, toxin poisons of the body and their elimination with a pictorial diagram. Don't worry, it gets better. Might be this one, is it? American System for the Elimination of Constipation. Just fascinating. I do like the typing and the colour of the pages though, but I don't know if anyone will appreciate the text in their collages. Picture Post, 1938 to 50. I don't know if that's when it was. Is that when the copyright is? 1970. So it's just got pictures from those years. And most of them don't look very happy. Really, it would be really cool to look through though. Now there is still in the bottom of the box a few more big bits to look at, and then we can start getting into the little stuff. So we've got some more newspaper pages here. Australian Woman's Weekly from 1950 this is. It looks like it's from like 1900s. I'll have to get to these soon and do bits with them. Just carefully put that down next to me. Such cool ads though. All chocolate ones. More chocolate. I thought we were bad. I thought we were bad with chocolate now, let alone back then. Old custom new style. Isn't she beautiful? Just love the colours. She's a little bit big though, which is a shame. Might have to do like a big glue book or something. Like an A4 one or even bigger, just to use some of the really big images in, because I love them. So more Meccano by the looks. The best and most sustaining cocoa, that's Cadbury's, the good old English cocoa. Yes, I'll have to get my chocolate journal going sometime. The founding of the modern dominion of whatever. Buchanan's black and white leads. This is, see this looks quite new, but it's the Illustrated London News, October the 8th, 1927. To Edgar from Father and Mother, Christmas 1908. Beautiful writing. I'll have to copy that, I think. Feather Your Nest. Some music. The Anglo-French Channel Swimming Contest. Again. You'll have to tell me what you think of all this stuff and what ones were your favourite if you can remember. 1927 Illustrated London News. Again, these are great pictures. I'll have to get a big folder out to put all of the big ones in. Retail Ad Week, August 18, 1980. This looks like it might be cool. Great for a fashion journal, maybe. Definitely looks like it's mostly fashion ads. Take your picture with Practica. I wish these pages were more practical. A huge camera over there. Might be able to do something with that in a glue book. This is Harrods News, April 1947. For a minute there I thought it said 17. I was thinking, no. Look, you got your furs, your fox fur. Royal Music Festival, 1954, the program. The Associated Board of the Royal Academy of Music and the Royal College of Music School Examination. Someone at Adelaide, Gwyneth Parry, was examined in pianoforte and passed with distinction. I love to look at the picture around the side. I didn't get a nice picture like that around my certificate when I got my diploma. It was like boring, or degree I should say. Yeah, that's really cool. 1920. Oh, that's got probably not, yeah. It's not stuff that I should probably open and look at. Same as that one. Hygienic brushware. Sweeple broom complete with handle. Hygienic fork duster. Face massage brush. The Australian Manager. Sounds like another exciting one, 1968. This is the News, Wednesday, 27th of November, 57. Bakery. Like the pants. And a car down there. Always fun to have a look at and read what was going on around the time. Another Coca-Cola ad. Someone liked their Coca-Cola ads. Beautiful pictures in that. More Meccano. Must be the box, I think. So there's this. This is really cool. Dairy butter. So it must be the wrapping for the butter. So it's quite interesting that someone kept some of that, although they probably just weren't used. But I think they're really cool. I'm going to put them over this side. This is a Christmas 1952 Carols by Candlelight. So it's just a program for the Carols by Candlelight. Women's reception to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth. It's another program. There is this typed document, and it is Stock Share and Investment Brokers, 1957 in Hong Kong. Dear Norman, I promised I would write you from Hong Kong to give you a few tips for your journey. This will be a nice one to read. You feel like you're invading people's privacy, don't you, when you read that sort of thing? The Flower Arrangement Calendar 1952. This is cool. Engagements are like that. Makes it sound like your chores are fancy. Blackwell Funerals. Oh, that's right. This is interesting too. And Morbid Kersbrook Church of Christ invites you to be present at the centenary celebrations. And then there's a program. And then there's centenary. I don't know what this is doing in about Blackwell funeral thing. So it's about the Kersbrook Primary School, which is located in the Adelaide Hills, not far from me. I'll put that back in afterwards too. Well, this is interesting. I'm going to reuse this envelope in a journal. It's a good idea for an envelope too. And then in it it's got, oh, that's right, this weird thing. National Museum and the Gold Coast Civilization Expedition. This is an actual piece of the aluminium panelling used in the construction of the museum. Like, why would you want a piece of the aluminium panelling? Don't want to rip it because I want to use the pocket. There we go. I've got some aluminium from the museum. But I really like the pocket. It gives me good ideas. Let's put that. So we've got raffia work. Don't know if that has a date either. Let's see if I can get in there. Raffia hats. No date. Got some illustrations of raffia work. Southern Cross Cruises. Northern Territory, Alice Springs and Darwin, Ayers Rock, Alice Springs. So I'll keep these for travel journals or things like that. How to Spend a Day in Suva, that's quite old. India. India calendar of festivals and fairs. Manila Hotel, Philippine Islands. Ethics, the People's Books. It's a neat little cover. It's in good nick too. Yeah, I'll probably use the pages for collaging and reuse that cover. I quite like that. Banking in Dollars and Cents. Oh, look at this. The Album of York Views. Really love that cover. Which I could do something with, but it'd be a shame to. So these are, I thought they were postcards, but what they are is it's like one of these albums. With all these sketches of York. And it's really, really cool. How to Play Mahjong. Polynesian Voyages, 1954. Looks like it's just text mainly. A picture book of Wedgwood ware. $27. That's really cool. And then we've got a picture book of English tables. One would think it's about the same age. And it's got tables. Some dude with a golf club. Yeah, so it's about golf. Boring. New painting, 1952 to 62, arts in Australia. And then this one is similar, and it is sculpture. Architecture. Design. Just flick through them. Contemporary drawing. This is the Children's Hour. This is really cool. Centenary year, 1936. Yeah, February 1936. It's quite beaten up, isn't it? Really cool pictures. Here's a bit more of it. That's 1939, so it's a separate one. It's weird. Certificate of Membership, Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, 1954. Stereo radio cassette server. Aircraft of the Battle of Britain. It's got a few cool pictures, isn't it? This is really neat. F. Wilson's patent grinding mills. The pictures are so cool. Arkworld Barrows. This is, what is this? Australian Workers' Union agreement between the South Australian Railways Commissioner and the Australian Workers' Union. These are little books, aren't they cute? Gall's arithmetical, I can't say that word, tables for use in Australian schools. These are really cool little books. They'll be cool just as is, slipped into a pocket. So it looks like that's the same. Leeds Top Pop Songster. So it's got words to songs. South Australian Trotting Club. That's really cool too. Your Highway Code. Rules of the Electrical Trade Union of Australia. Road Traffic Code. I wonder if that's got a date on it. It should. Doesn't look like it though. Mahjong rules. Vengeance Etna and short stories. Triolet, whatever. A soldier's poems. It's cool text. Mustang Grey and the Texas Rangers. Agricultural Bureau of South Australia Constitution and Rules. Then I've got myself some snap fasteners. Europe needs help on child feeding. Save the children. McLean Brothers and Rig furnishing the general ironmongers. The largest and best selected stocks. Oh, I like that picture. Collins and Burke Street. I have to look up a whole heap of this stuff. This is Marylebone Cricket Club season 1975. Getting there. YMCA Service Hymn and Songbook, 1939. Oh, it's tiny. An invitation to the 50th anniversary of the landing at Gallipoli. For the watchmaker and repairer. Directions. This is Department of Labour and National Service Certificate of Recognition as a Recognised Tradesman. Is it engineering? Yeah, in engineering in 1953. And that's just something, some contract. Healthy Mounds. I love the picture of the rabbit skiing with his carrots. So it's about keeping kids' teeth clean. Like sticky tape on there. Clive of India. Look how tiny these are. They remind me of your was it the Woolworths books? Yeah, back in the day. Tuck book, it is, by the looks. Printed in England. This series, now famous, had its origin in the early days of the war and was intended to provide a suitable diversion during air raid alerts. A Union wallet from the Queensland branch. Basketball rules. I think there's a few books on basketball rules. Efficient motorcycling. Instructions for building large goods station. Yeah, goods station. CCS, 1932 to 1953. It's a menu. Roast prime turkey and ham vegetables bouquetiere. What's that? Ice bomb. Angels on horseback. Well, I know what garden peas are. At least I know I would eat something. Turtle soup. Very interesting. Head of the river tripped. University of Adelaide Music Examination Board. Perry Welfare Review, 1945. Now, there was this. I've never seen one so old. It's a mahjong set. It's very, very cool. Don't know if it has a date on it. Might have to look up about that too. But look at these. These are really cool. They're paper ones. I really love that. The House of John Begg Limited. So that's John Begg there. And then it's got a photo here, which I assume is of his house. The monument on hill was built by Queen Victoria in memory of Prince Albert, her consort. Oh. So it's got this book about this John Begg. I think, yeah, he was owned a distillery or something. And then there's a business card for him. And then his name, I think these might be labels for blended Scotch whisky and old Scotch whisky. So that's really cool. Bit of history there, so I'll keep those together. There's Warren's discount and commissions tables. They're really cool tables too. They'd make really neat, just single pages of interest to slip into little pockets. There's a Shirley Temple book. The cover is in really poor condition. You can hardly see her. But the pages, the pictures are still really cool. I think someone, a lot of people really love Shirley Temple. Not me, but there might be someone out there that wants some Shirley Temple pictures for a journal or something. All right, and then we're into our last bag of goodies. Some of the best stuff's in here, I think, maybe. These are patches or labels or something from the army, the Dorsetshire Regiment. Concita cigarettes, British Empire, the Cross of St. Patrick. And then there's these cards of military decorations and medals. Live Cavern Club, the Beatles live. Look like coasters. Scotch Terrier, paper pattern. So you've got the pattern in there for the Scotch Terriers, and that really, really cool. We have is it 1957? £10 for something to do with the Picnic Race Club. Yeah, 57. Another receipt. So I think it's the same person on their receipts. Old Scholars Association certificate. There are these. They're, I don't know what they are. The Bank of Adelaide. They look like they're printouts. It says December 1875. I think these are fake ones for the gold. Oh, this one says Newcastle. Someone might know anyway. Commercial Banking Company, Sydney. Because I don't think they're as old as what it suggests on there. You never know though. Then there is this. His Excellency, the Right Honourable John Lawrence, blah, blah, to Frederick Lionel Kavanagh Esquire, greetings. The seal of Commonwealth of Australia this 12th day. He's giving someone the seal of the Commonwealth. State Minister for State of Homes and Territories, and it's got some embossing of the crown. there. I'll have to have a good read of all of that. And we've got this, which is beautiful writing. Something about a pedigree of a shorthorn bull calf. But yeah, really love the writing on these. Just leave that on there. We've got some more writing there. It's all still going on about shorthorn bulls. And then the transfer for the bull. 1944 they are. The Secretary Veteran and Vintage Motorcycle Club of South Australia. So yeah, real eclectic mix of bits and pieces. But it was definitely worth getting. 1957. Just talking about using the club room for meetings. (1903), the University of Adelaide, concerning dispatch of primary answers. Yeah, 1903. How cool is that? You're trying to be careful with it. Beautiful. Now I fold it that way first, then that way. I like this. Well, I've dusted some funny corners in my time. So it's a postcard. And this, qualifications of a barman. Royal visit. Not the stamps. First day cover. Don't know if there's anything in there. I don't. Actually, yeah, I don't know. It is just a first day cover, so. It's very stiff though, so we'll see. Look at that a bit better in the future. Uluru. Postcard. This little spaceman card, it is from Texters, Products for School. JB Sweets and Toffees, rich in vitamins. They can't have that on their toffees anymore. A photograph from Anton Senna. For Anton Senna, I should say. So these look like coasters. Don't know what this out is. Knockout pictures in 3D. Amazing and interesting. So, got some pictures that are meant to be 3D. Oh, this, is that a rubber band? Yeah, it's disintegrating. Then I've got more stuff in this bag. So there were some stamps, hanging on to them. I'm going to see if my brother wants any of them because he has a good collection, and then whatever he doesn't want I will keep. These beautiful. I never find anything like this, so these are really sweet. Illustrated bridge scores. These are really cool. So it's a bridge score pad, but it's got the pictures. Oh, I'm a little weak. Hope you don't mind losing, partner. I'm not too good at calling. That's really cool. Collector's logbook for Matchbox cars. So this is just a card, something you can hang up. 1944 it was gifted. Really pretty. I'll put that back in there after too. This looks like a postcard. A birthday postcard. These are party invitations, and I think they've got little envelopes as well. They're really cute. Little Christmas tag. Australian painting specimen issue. Oh, that's got some stamps in it as well. Yeah, my brother probably wants the specimen ones. Another receipt for a hotel. April 1932. Something about Anzacs. With all the hearty greetings, best wishes, happy Christmas. So I don't know if that's the front of a card. Oh no, it opens up. 1911 for that one. It's one of the little girls that's broken off. Some more stamps. Tournament heavy steel centre rope quoits. Get this sticky tape off. It's a postcard for Honda. John Martin's winter sale. These are cool too. Adverts for the Maya Emporium. Semco baby wear transfers. They're really cute. The 21st card. There's a couple of those. And then the piece de resistance is this. It is, I'm too scared to open it up because it'll just fall to bits. London, Thursday, November the 7th, 1805. So a bit of the London Times. The Times. Report of King's Bench. Yes, I'm going to have to do some scanning of this, I think. Isn't that cool? I think that's the oldest thing I've got now. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed that. There's definitely a whole lot of different stuff in that lot, but I'm glad I got it. A few interesting pieces, and I love all the retro magazines. So heaps of fun to do stuff with those in the future. So take care of yourselves, be good, and I shall see you soon. Bye.